because tadi accidentally left, so kena ni lah tadi.
I think
So
you
never
play
mind.
the
So
video.
okay. We'll start.
Okay, we just introduce and start.
Shortly. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So welcome to our second session. So today we are having our study session with our lecturer from Department of Finance, Associate Professor Dr. Zulkifli Abdul Razak. So today we'll be hearing more on the projects on M Kitchen, helping Asnaf and community, which is one of the Sustainable Development Goals project initiated by lecturers from IIUM Gombak. So without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Zuljasri to share on this project. And we will have a Q&A session at the end of this sharing session, inshallah. So please welcome. We'll pass the floor to Dr. Zul, inshallah.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Lokman, and brothers and sisters also hearing this video. I think for convenient purposes, I think it's better if I ask Brother Lokman to handle the slides, okay? Because for some reason I may get out of this system. Right. Thank you very much. Happy Ramadan. Good blessing Friday. We are actually trying to embark on one idea called My Kitchen. Okay. So this My Kitchen actually is a concept, one of the flagship, as Brother Lokman mentioned, purposely to assist the low people in the society, the Ashnaf people. All right. And how we could mobilize some ideas to get them to have food, basically. There are several, what they call that, objective here. One is for food. The other is actually to make them entrepreneurs. How we could make them to be independent on their own. Okay, so next slide. All right. This one is a very unique project in the sense that there are 15 members because it is actually SDG. I also first time I enter here got 15 members. They are comprised of all the more or less the kuliah here, KICT. Then of course we have kuliah economy and Dr. Sami there, and also what do you call that? I call our main person there, Dr. Ghazali, playing a very active role. On my part and Dr. Sami, we are actually writing more on the concept, okay, and thinking how from the economic perspective, how can this model work? Okay, next. All right, this is basically my outline. Inshallah, we try and cover this. First is of course the introduction, the purpose of this My Kitchen. Then what is the Ashnaf? There are several Ashnaf that we want to try to tackle, how to assist them. And then the operation of the kitchen. Basically, let me just brief here so that when you see the slide, perhaps we can have the more question and answer, right? So this operation of kitchen actually just like our house kitchen, whereby we buy raw materials. Okay, these raw materials like rice, chicken, veggie, this we store inside our fridge, isn't it? So likewise, this is just mass cooking. The difference of my kitchen is mass cooking compared to homely kitchen. And then, of course, in our house, we don't have the problem of storage. Here, when you buy in bulks, just imagine we're getting it from the pasar, all the chicken and the rice, where are we going to keep? So we'll keep it in the, what do you call that, in the fridge lah. I think the mosque also has a fridge for this. Then we prepare. All right, we prepare. So we'll come to that. I'll show it. Okay, carry on. This. Okay. All right. Okay, of course, as an introduction, why is this thing suddenly surfaced? Why is this kitchen concept? To what I know, I'm asking, still checking on it. I'm not sure whether there's any of this kitchen concept yet in Malaysia. Internationally, there's one, they call it My Kitchen, also in London. In London, they help the poor, and also that's also Ramadan time. Ramadan time, they have the get the people to line up. I saw, and I saw another in Somalia. I'm not sure, but I think in Indonesia they may have it, but I'm not sure where it come in this form or not. But certainly in Malaysia, I think this is one of its kind, and it's getting more and more important. You know why? Because of the COVID-19 crisis, right? Now this has affected the Ashnaf and the B40 groups, whereby they don't have sufficient food to eat. Why? Because they are small business and people are not coming to them. All right. So Lokman can share some statistics there that as you can see from the statistics that issued by the what they call that statistical department. You can see a lot of next slide. You can see a lot of these they call that people who are not able to do work. They are suffering, because of this business. And as you can see there, of course, this is not applicable to Ashnaf lah. You can see in all the big, what they call tall buildings and whatnot. But they are the one that is asking or getting the demand from the Ashnaf. They are actually quote unquote the one who require the small business to supply food with them or supply business of the raw materials. In Japan, they call it the Sogosasha. And the Sogosasha, actually, SME is helping them. All right. Now, the problem is that there's no business, there's no income. All right. Then there's no income. Then definitely the SME or this Ashnaf got no way or means to produce. Okay. Very example of most of the Ashnaf, I say pasar malam people. All right. They're pasar malam people. The way they do it, they're not going through the what you call that to this Lazada or Shopee or what. They are expecting people to come to us. All right. So when you cut the supply, then definitely they are affected by the cash flow. All right. They don't have money. Right. They don't have money, but their expenses sometimes is already incurred. Maybe they buy a car. All right. So they need to pay the van on the installment. But yet there is no money that is coming in. All right. So basically, this statistics is telling us about this story, right? And all this information that's indicated. But this one is a study on the scheme perhatin, okay? To what extent they are happy and all those. So you can see there, it's only average. Some people are not so very happy also on this scheme. But that's not the point. Even if this scheme, this Ashnaf also not, it's not entitled to them. Because this Ashnaf is not bankable, They don't have any security, right? They don't have any security. They don't have anything, in fact. Only they have is the business. Okay, so the next slide, you can see efforts made by Majlis Agama Wilayah Persekutuan. You can see on the next slide that they make a study. What's called it? Next slide, apa ni? You can see, they call it scheme pembantu, right? Pembantu miskin, all right? So as you can see there, they make a study on this macam mana nak menyantuni, they call it menyantuni these poor people, all right? How are they? And there are actually 530 in this scheme, they call it Project Perumahan Awam, PPR, who has been affected by the COVID-19. Recently, there's one kind-hearted professor, I don't have to mention the name, in UIA, donated something like about, I think, 200 package of buka puasa that is given to them. Okay, 300 that is given to them. Oh, presenting, ada slide. Ada presenting, ada slide. Okay. So actually, sorry, that's my boss. So this is the point here that we are trying to say. How are we going to help? So when you donate, of course, you want to donate the people who is the poorest. Okay. So this is definitely the target. All right. This is the target that we need to hit, and you can see that the income is been decreasing. The median has gone down from 1,000 to 1,002 to 1,000. Okay. So next slide, Brother Nukman. Further, you can see that. All right. Now I'm beginning to with some theory. All right. So theory. Of course, academic you must have theory to sell. Now all of these you can see. You can summarize from this Makasid theory. Now, there are several authors on this, but the well-noted one is, of course, what you call Al-Ghazali. Al-Ghazali classifies Maqasid Sharia is divided into three levels. Okay, one is necessity or essential. Then next one complementary, and then the next one is embellishment. Okay, this is the three pyramid that is been that we say. Now, what I'm telling you is this: is that we always like to think conventional, right? We try to equate this to Maslow theory. All right, at least the portion part of here we talk about Maslow seven um, needs of Maslow. What are the needs? Yes, as you are aware, the needs, of course, the needs for physiological food, the need for food. Then the next one, the need for security. Then the need for esteem, so on and so forth. So in the next slide, we can actually see here, you want to extend the necessity level into the Al-Ghazali Maqasid. So the next slide, you can see that actually this necessity level, this is the point that we want to connect is to this Ashnaf. This necessity level is divided into five legs. Five legs, when five legs or five elements, whatever you want to call it. One is, of course, the religion. All right. In the religion, our book of reference is, of course, the Quran and the Sunnah. In there's many ayat, after we see one ayat, to state that there is a need for us to assist the poor. Okay, even in Ramadan now, everybody suddenly start being so generous. What happened? Then after, you mean Shawwal, we're not going to behave like this anymore or what? So this is the thing that we think about. Yeah. So I'm from the economics department. I tend to think about riba, gara, maisir, and all those from the religion aspects. We talk about this riba, gara, not to do all this. Then we link it to life. So the life actually is the current situation what we're having. Okay, the COVID-19 situation. This is the kind of life that we are in now. You see, where people is starving for food, not enough food to eat. All right, we are in this kind of situation now. Okay, what are we doing? That's why I like to quote this Ustaz, Abid Liu. He goes under the bridge, to help the poor. I don't know whether we can be so high spirited at him to go down there, But it's also just comfort on the Malaf can do that. And the other one is the intellect. This is where we need to use our minds, our brain to the fullest lah. Find out how we need to help people. Are we looking at I link this together with the wealth. Our thinking all this while is wealth is money creation. Okay, making money, see, all the interest and all that. But that actually is not our model. Our model is the Islamic model, the economics model is, to me, is just zakat, wakaf, and sadaqah, and infaq, and all this. Okay, now we are thinking Western and try to apply it here. So we have to change our mind now. This intellect issue is a big challenge to us. Okay, so what shall we do in the case of this Asnaf? And if we're not careful, then we end up with the issue of posterity. What do you mean by posterity here? Posterity here is making people owing until their lifetime. Okay, look at the price of the house now. 1 million. You buy 1 million, even 2 million. I know somebody who bought 2 million, and the payment amount for 20 years at what, something like 7-8% is something like 15,000. Who can afford to pay 15,000 monthly installment? You must have a salary about 50,000. And what kind of post is that? All right. So in relation to all this, whatever you must do, we must fulfill this concept of makasid. All right. And you look at our role here. What is our role in relation to this makasid with regard to Ashnaf? So next slide is the ayat. I just want to put one ayat. Okay. Here we can see, of course, you go ahead. Apa ni? You can see the slide. This is what happened. All right. This is what happened. You must maintain justice. You must maintain what they call fairness. And then after that, we have to eliminate prejudice. And who says this? Not I say this. Ayat Quran says this. Okay. What is the ayat Quran up there? Uh, 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 this is Al-Anbiya 107. Okay. And we will have seen you, O Muhammad, not but a mercy to the whole universe. All right. So the issue here is whatever we do, whatever we think, you must follow this ayat. Of course, isn't it? If we don't follow Quran, then this is something else. We are going to end up with another problem. All right, another one, brother Lukman, is this. There's another ayat after this. There's one. Never mind. All right, never mind. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. All right, now I want to link with another concept. Sorry, I have to come up with a concept thing. Otherwise, we are theoretician. Then you may ask me how I decide on this. So this another concept is called maslahah. Now, maslahah is essentially public good lah, public good. And there is a relation between maslahah and also makasid, according to the Zuki, okay, at all 207. All right. So if I just want to read it, it's actually a juristic device used under legal theory, all right, to promote public good and to prevent the event of corruption. Okay, the plural is masaleh. Masaleh means welfare, interest, or benefit. Hence, all right, the masaleh is actually charitable activities, all right, things that we need to do and help people, all right, to carry out activities or concept or application such as I mentioned just now. Zakat, wakaf, infak, sadaqah, to ensure the well-being of the people. All right. So I hope I've managed to put the concept. I said just now maqasid syariah. Then I'm throwing maslahah. Actually, they are interchangeable according to the scholars. Okay. All right. So the next ayat here that I want to put up is with regard to zakat. Okay. English, Malay, never mind lah. So the Malay one is maybe easier for us to understand. He said, Tabah 103, ambillah sebahagian dari harta mereka sebagai sedekah, zakat. Okay, supaya dengannya engkau membersihkan mereka dari dosa dan menyucikan mereka dari akhlak. So in other words, we need to pay. All right, those who are eligible need to pay that 2.5% has zakat. All right, so who say that Quran is not quantitative? Quran is also quantitative. There's a lot of mathematics there. 2.5%. Then we talk about the faraid. There's a certain percentage there. All right. So this is the point. What I'm saying is that this is one of the rukun that we have to follow, that we have to pay zakat. Okay. So the next slide, I just want to tell you directly on my kitchen already. Okay. So as I mentioned again just now, I said many times that this Ashnaf, we have to take care. If we don't take care of this Ashnaf, who is going to take care of this Ashnaf? Okay, they are very well protected. They are mentioned after we go to Golongan Ashnaf in a minute. All right. Then if we can do a better job from them, this is where we need to contribute. Our mind has to come in here. Are we willing to take the Ashnaf forever to be begging like this? Or what? You want to mobilize him or her? You want what we need to do? We need to do business, right? Teach them to do business. In Quran also say, right? Almost half of the risk in business. So it's also our duty to give them empowerment. That's why I've been mentioning empowerment, entrepreneurship. Teach them the right way to do business. Okay, this is part of our duty. And the mosque has also to play another part, another role, not only just sembahyang, give conduct lecture, and then and then if somebody dies, sembahyang jenazah like that. No, the role of mosque now, even now, there are also competition in mosque, is to help the community berdampingan kepada masyarakat. All right. So that day, Doctor also did mention. I hope we can play the video after Brother Lokman asked him to play the video. He said that university is the mosque, and the mosque is the university. All right. So we have two interchangeable role here in regard to the community. Okay. So, and of course, the last year that there's also not much time to discuss, but this is another area that we should look on sustainable development goals. All right, this is of course what the line what the WC is doing now lah. So the sustainable goals. That's why I didn't mention. I was a bit too fast on the intro on the one. There are at least three sustainable goals that we are trying to tackle here. Number one is of course SDG 1. SDG 1 is no poverty. SDG 2, no hunger. All right. Then also the other two SDG. I think one is education. We need to educate them. The other one is decent economic growth. I forgot about the SDG number. All right. So this is the thing that we need to do. And of course, deeper than that, I mentioned about maqasid. So I believe maqasid should come first, right? After maqasid, only SDG. All right, Brother Rahman. So after this, we will see the slide of actually how this my kitchen works. Okay, mana ni? Next slide. Next slide. Brother Lokman. So the next slide is actually trying to tell us how the things start. Okay, it has to start with of course somebody donating. All right, so we need to find the donors lah. So the donors, as I said, it can come in the form of what we call that, either zakat or wakaf or sadaqah. All right. So once you need the money, then this money is given to the masjid, right? And this masjid, of course, they have also a committee specifically taking care of how to handle this kitchen thing, right? So we need this money to buy raw materials, okay? So you see the slide, there's the part there, and they give us the raw material. And then raw materials is stored. And here, in this case, we're not talking about keeping in our house fridge, we have a big fridge, okay? Have the big fridge, and we buy it and we store it overnight. Of course, I found out also where they get the supply of the chicken and the veggie also from Pasar Borong. I'm sure that's where they get it, so that we get a very good price. Then it's every day, In fact, today also they begin cooking. One order 500, one other 200, go up and down. We like to study because we don't have the detail. We're not able to sort of find out what is the actual next one, brother, the steps. So once this is installed, all right. All right, sorry. Before this, let me just go 5 minutes on this. These are the type of ashnaf, okay? One is, of course, the fakir. Number 2 is the miskin. Number 3 is the amir. Number 4 is the mu'alaf, and so on and so forth. We have rikaf, garmin, fisabilillah, and amdun sabir. But the literature says that we should emphasize on these four, right? Top four, they call it Muqaddam, top four, which is actually the Fakir, Miskin, the Amir, and the Ma'alaf. So especially these two, the measurement that I can see is that they are not enough money to spend on the food. In other words, their expenses is more than what they have. That's why they become fakir and miskin. All right. So here is no need to argue. This is in the Quran. All right. This is the Quran. They need to help these people, the Ashnaf people. Okay. Then after that, the next slide. This is what I mentioned just now. I can just recall what I said. This is the step. Before that, okay, this is the step. You need to find donors, okay, who are willing to sponsor and to prepare the food, like what? Rice, veggies, okay. Then the mosque will appoint a cook each week. Why? Different cook, different menu. I'll show you the menu in a while, okay. And then the cooking team prepare the food the night before. So the ladies would know kalau you nak marinate the chicken, whatnot, you can do in the morning, kan? You have to do it at night, okay. The following day, the cooking team will continue with the preparation. So it is a process, okay, and the cooking will begin as early as 9 a.m. The morning before we offer the food, okay. Then food is being packaged, then it's distributed to the Ashnaf. Okay, from now on, I hope you are just enjoying pictures, okay. Pictures, they say, speak louder than words, okay. So the next one, Brother Rahman will share this menu. Okay, so this menu, if you can see there, actually is of many types. For example, one we have plain rice, just a few lauk-lauk, and then there are. That's why I said just now. Each week has a different cook. Sorry, cook. Yeah, cook. Even cook, because different specialty. One from Kelantan lah, one from Kedah lah, but the special one is this $9, which I participated. Inshallah, I will participate in this 5th 9th of May. I will participate and give inshallah 300 donation to the Ashnaf. Okay, so $9 times 10, 3,000. All right. So these are the makcik. Okay, after the video, I think we can see more about these people. They are the Ashnaf. They are also the volunteers. Okay, so they come as early as in the morning, to do this preparation and whatnot. So very nice apron there. Yeah? Okay, the next slide will say, okay, what you going to do after that? Okay, 9 o'clock. I think by 11 everything is ready. All right, so we need to pack, isn't it? Because you have to send it out. And then for the COVID means you cannot eat. So you pack it lah. You pack it inside here. Inside all these small, no, it's not plastic. This package. Then there are people helping there. And it will be ready like this. Ready for who? For the Ashnaf to take. Okay, so the next slide. You can watch, actually, the next slide was actually the launching. You can see, not very clear here, but this is actually the Ashnaf, you see. They are already waiting there in the motor, so pitiful. Panas-panas, But ini belum puasa lagi lah. They're waiting for their turn. Given by our YBL Hilman here, what they call that, our yang berhormat, and they come here. Okay, they come here to take the ration, we should just now. Okay, so my topic here, Asnaf taking the donation. All right, so after that, the next slide, we'll discuss a bit more on the budget. All right, this budget is just a surface budget. I just have to make it a bit realistic. Then you ask me what's the cost. Well, the budget is just now with an average. You saw some $6, $7, but we had taken an average of $8 multiplied by 300 packs for 29 days, cost us 70,000. Okay. Then we have all this kelengkapan dapur, electric, and whatnot. We have 10,000. So in total, we have other operation, 20,000, 100,000. So this 100,000 is the amount of donation that we need to raise. Okay, how is it? Will depend on the price. Okay, all right. So the next slide is just a slide before I want to ask question to the students. So how do you relate M Kitchen to community? Okay, so very simple. Ashnaf is the community. Okay, they themselves are in Gombak. All right, in this case we talk Gombak lah. So it's intertwined. All right, community is Ashnaf. Ashnaf is a community, but community has a bigger picture. All right, there are some who essentially work more well-to-do than the Ashnaf. All right, there are some working people there. There are some businesses around there. They are called the jiran, the neighbors. So actually we are in this place, yeah, near Taman Kamaria, Kampung Kerdas. I hope I know you know where Shakirin is. And Shakirin is at 6 mile in front of the police station, 6 mile police station. Okay? So this is where it is located. So in Arabic we call it jamaah kan, jamaah of that area are responsible actually to the ashnaf. Okay, then how is it related to the community? Some more is because of the kitchen. All right. After you see some picture of the kitchen is the mosque, more or less. The mosque is contributing, to give the ashnaf to cook. All right. And the participants also. So participants I mentioned just now, not only the Ashnaf, but also the demography around the Ashnaf. Okay, the next slide. Now, it's a bit cluttered, but if it's done well, you can really see here. People preparing. Here is Dr. Zali. Yeah? You have to clean the kitchen, to clean the kitchen, make sure. And these people have to take typhoid injection, you know. It has to be approved by Kementerian Kesihatan. Okay, not easy also to become cook like this. Okay, and you can see them preparing, cleaning. Okay, even the house you need to clean, right? What more the kitchen like this? You have people to help them to do it. So after that, the next slide will show you the clean kitchen. All right, the clean kitchen. So our center of attention will be the kitchen. So you see the kitchen there, all very clean, nicely knitted there. All right, with all the utensils. So you can just come here like this, isn't it? Somebody have to maintain. Sometimes you don't have to pay. Why you need to wash, and sometimes you also need special agent to clean this. The detergent, I mean, not simply just clean like that. Okay. Then after that, the next slide will be showing the makcik-makcik lah. To make it more realistic, I use real name also. Team 1, for example. The tukang masak is Mahani, with all the pembantu. These are all Ashnaf, you know. Puan Asha, Puan Esa, then Team 2 and Team 3. So, berapa orang? Team 4 orang kot. And they are in charge of one menu. Maybe yang yang nasi biryani itu could be one of these people inside. Okay, so they are being helped by the. So like team, and we also have team, but this is cooking team. Okay, so after that, the next slide will be what? We train them. Okay, we train them. Okay, this also include us. I was not there, tapi my colleague is there. I think Sami is there to learn how to cook lah, how to manage this kitchen. Okay, how to be clean, and then we also sometimes give them, because this thing is from Kementerian Kesihatan. You have to abide to certain things. You cannot simply just be unclean. You make sure, and then they get the injection and all those. This is for the tajuk is food handler, isn't it? And then the next one, the next slide will show us the question. So I don't know. I said I'm putting this as a challenge to the students. Okay, I know this is a mixed audience because it go on YouTube. Okay, so I hope you can bear with me. So I'm asking Brother Lukman. to
Yes.
inform. Yeah. Can you tell me at least three ways, okay, of how we are able to assist the Ashnaf? So I think the only way they have to type, is it, Brother Lokman? They
Yes.
have to, yeah.
Anyone who wants to answer the question, you may type out in the comment box. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure I can see what you
YouTube,
can
we have
type, but just try and type. Yeah. Oh, can they can talk? Can they participate? That? Oh, just say something like this.
not really, because the only person who can talk is
YouTube.
the one who hearing the
Yeah,
speaker
okay.
video.
Tak apa lah. You manage lah. I tak tahu lah. Nanti I hilang lagi.
No problem.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to answer, you can type out in
Yes.
the chat box. I am in the comment
Yes.
box.
We finish within 5 minutes time. It's 12 o'clock. But I want some participation because we want to test our students, how sensitive they are after giving you a bit of a background here and there. Just tell me, in your capacity or even in my capacity, inshallah, I think I will donate. But I don't think it's fair to ask you to donate because you also need the food. So, how, brother and sister? How? Just like one or two words, just simple words. Because I have the answer on the next slide. Because if I give you the answer now, then you know what I'm trying to say. Given you are the situation, of course, some of you stay in campus, some are out on campus. You are in campus, you cannot help lah. You are outside, it so happen that, we have the cooking. In fact, every morning you can go. They're cooking ready. Tomorrow also, today is it? Friday. They are cooking very special. Malam ni, insyaAllah, we're going to have iftar with them. Okay. So how do we, in your capacity as a student, what do you think you can do? Ada answer so far? Yeah?
Maybe on my part, my opinion is that one good quality that we can help our community is providing good education for the children now.
Okay.
Because
education is one of the. Okay. So you're talking about the children. How about the Ashnaf itself? how you saw some picture? You saw the kitchen.
We empower them with education.
If the sisters, I'm not sure you're inside here, I can see you. The sister, is it possible for you to come and help them to prepare the food? Is it possible? It's possible, isn't it? To come early, be one of the volunteers and whatnot. Okay, never mind. We show them the next slide to give you some idea. Okay. So in the next slide, I have certain qualities that help us to help understand what is our role. Because the topic of this presentation is good character, good slide. Okay, we have to have a kind of attitude, okay, a good attitude to help, okay, to help. All right, what kind of attitude? So I ask you a simple question: positive attitude or negative attitude? Okay, you know how to manage your time. Okay, you are a student and you have to come and help. You got to travel a little bit from your house. You have to manage time. Then you must have the level of knowledge. Okay, like brother Lukman say just now, to help them, their children, to help them. Okay, they do not know so much about literacy, for example. So I'm in the literacy team. Okay, we have to help them how to buy things, record things. Okay, and we have to have a very good mannerism. All right, good manners to help them. Yeah, and you have to increase the level of trust. Okay, you have to increase the level of trust with them. And you have to be humility. You have humility. Ihsan, they call it. Okay. So the next slide, all right, will actually the last two slides that I want to mention is after that is what the output, right? What is expected of UIA? What is expected of us as a student? Okay, us as a staff. How are we supposed to collaborate? How are we supposed to attend this issue? Okay, It's not a very easy thing, I know. All right. Sometimes that you have to change. All right. But now we're talking about COVID-19. All right. They are in a position whereby they are helpless, totally helpless. At least we have food. Even in campus, we have iftar. What about these people? Okay. How are they going to bear the food from the to feed their children and whatnot? Okay. So they are very smart people. You don't think they are Ashnaf, they got no brain or what. They are very smart people. But they are put in such situation that they are totally helpless. All right. Some you have ibu tunggals there, single mother. Some they have. Sometimes we see very young entrepreneurs. Okay, they may have the skills, but they don't have the capital. All right. This is where I think we have to play a very important role here. Okay, of how the university have to think and how we have to inculcate this issue among our student and even the staff. Okay, so next slide. I want to finish it at 12. Okay, next slide, brother one is this is the answer lah. I don't know why you put it there. So this is the type of answer that we expect from that kind of question. Okay, helping in care, the need. All right, for example, to come and pack for the food. Okay, that will reduce. Anything that is incurred must be some cost, isn't it? You think just now they see they filling the thing, there's no cost. Of course, they can be volunteer. But if you go to any manufacturing department, packing is one activity where you increase the price of the goods. That's why we have Lazada. Okay, Lazada means people send to you, but you have to pack and sell outside, increase the price. So you have to be volunteer. Okay, go there and volunteer. Okay, and the sisters and even the brothers or what try to cut the whatever the veggie, the chicken or what prepare the food. This will help them reduce their activity. Sometimes we have to go in, get yourself burned, so to speak, so that you really feel, how you are in there, right? And then promote. Now, of course, you all have all with smartphones, isn't it? Promote. Put the menu there. Send it to your friends. Okay, get that they come. Okay, we have and kitchen in what you call that? Shakerin every day. You want to make an order? I can give you the contact also, the person to contact. All right, and then you can distribute the food as I said just now. Okay, how? Maybe the brothers who have the motorcycle or what can be volunteer grab volunteers. Okay, and then most of all, you must be willing to share knowledge. All right, share knowledge. Right, make the enhance. That's why the word empower. So brother, I'm glad brother Lukman already pick up the word. The word is an empowerment, memperkasakan. Okay, PM also has mentioned this, especially in point number 2. How are we going to make them independent? We have to empower them with knowledge, with friendliness, with kesompanan, okay, and kelestarian. That's why we thought this product is attached to SDG. Okay, so in my conclusion, all right, after this we open the Q&A lah, and if not, we'll see how we handle this. All right. So in the conclusion, Brother Lokman, the slides number 12, is this lah. Yeah, this is my conclusion and my own feelings. Okay. Now, you see, you want to do something, all right, especially eating is volunteer, you have to have a very clear intention. All right. Mesti ada niat ikhlas. All right. You must have the willingness and the ikhlasan and the kesyukuran and whatnots to help people. Now, why is this so? Because there's so many ayat Quran and also hadith to say that, intention will determine what is the result. Betul tak? If you have good intention, Allah will give you barakah. Sometimes you give donation, 10,000, 20,000, you see money going out and there. You was wondering, if I get 20,000, will 40,000 come back or not? Okay? Now, actually, it come in this way, right? It does not mean that, of course, it come in double fold if you talk about bulan Ramadan, but the intention is clear. Because sometimes this intention will determine our character, all right? sacrifices. How much time willing to go there and help these Ashnaf people? All right. This is number one. Okay, this mana ayat Quran that says this, right? Another one is you must be down to earth. Turun padang, turun padang. You must be humility. Kesanan mesti ada. All right. Must have the sense of helping people without any return. All right. You must have the humility to help people. All right. And number three, we have the right attitude. This is what I mentioned just now. Sikap mesti betul. All right. In fact, all this sikap also related to niat also. If you had good niat, you want to help, willing to help people, then you must have positive attitude. You can't be negative attitude. All right. And then another one is you must be willing to sacrifice our time. All right. Try to come. Assuming like let's say I sign you, okay, student, tomorrow I will see you in Ashakrin. Then you know how to go, sir. Say COVID-19. Of course, you inside you cannot go lah. From outside, you have to come, and then maybe you have lecture. Lucky it's online. Maybe you can do your lecture in the mosque or something like this. But the point here is that there must be time, sacrifice of time. So time management is important. While us, okay, while us in the insan the host, the lazina amanu wa amilu solihati wa tawassal bil haqq tawassal bis sabr. Time management must be important. Okay, and the last one, as I've mentioned just now, there must be a sense of togetherness. Okay, ukhuwah, silaturahim, they must be there. All right. If you don't have the ukhuwah and silaturahim, no matter whatever project you will do, you can never succeed. Okay, because you feel that I will only help if it benefits me. Okay, it helps it benefit. Alhamdulillah, in the only 18 days of Ramadan, it's easy to talk like this. You know, as I want to know after Shawwal, will we still behaving the same the way we behave, or do we change? If change, why? So it's interesting to know. But this silaturahim or gotong royong, we call this helping, is part of our culture, right? You must have gotong royong. You must have to help one another. I think this is the strength of the Muslim. Unfortunately, this is not happening. Not see like the Arab world. Okay, sorry lah, not to say about Arab world. There a lot of fighting or here and there. So they broke the silaturahim. So they don't have the silaturahim. How are you going to get the blessing from Allah? There's at least I think Rasul mentioned at least three, three what do you call the verses that I can remember. Okay, he said that if you break Silaturahim, this is the first curse that Allah will give you. So don't try to play with this Silaturahim thing, right? But the negative is also true. The positive is so true. Meaning, if you uphold Silaturahim, okay, help ukhuwah, uphold helping one another, then Allah will give you the rewards. So which way you want to go now? You want to think of yourself, be silos and whatnot, and not achieve anything, not of yourself. Maybe you achieve lah, but you still will not achieve. Or do you want to work together? Think about this cluster and SDG and all this. Have a community, work one another, and help, and achieve the what the society want to do. I think that's the last one would be better, right? We talk about COVID-19. What is the lesson we learned from COVID-19? Togetherness. So I think something is wrong. The Allah is still not happy. The COVID issue is still not settled. What happened? You're going to be dragged. Until when? Until when we have to realize all this? So this is an opportunity. There are signs already, See some ulama also passing away. All these are signs to show that, they're actually not following what Allah asks us to do. What kind of realization that you want some more? Okay, now we talk about COVID-19. They have another strain. Brazil strain lah, India strain lah. So if we don't realize up to this point, we don't have this Silaturahim, helping ukhuwah and one another, forever this issue will not be solved. Okay, so I will stop now. Also the extra 5 minutes. What we plan to do now, Brother Lokman, open to Q&A or what? Okay, I will leave you this slide. this my email there. Also, my handphone is there. Right, I will open or welcome you all to comment. Okay, what I've said here to improve. My intention is very sincere today. Okay, today is Friday, and today is also Ramadan. Okay, so I would like to impart this to students, not only students, but those who take the time to watch this. That I think this is something very, very serious. All right. If we don't care, I'm scared is that if we don't care, Allah will give us more bala. All right. We don't care about the society, you give it double, you give it triple. Instead of giving you reward, you give you all the negative things. And we don't realize about this, then uh, I'm very, very. This is a pity, right? I hope maybe one day all they disintegrate from this world without realizing what we need to do actually. Okay, so I end up here. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullah. So I think I have a video. I don't know. This Brother Lokman can show from this video. You can see more clearly what I said with regard to the operation of my kitchen. Okay, a very nice video. Then I will try and get Brother Roman attach it together. This what they call this YouTube. Yeah. So in a way, I hope you everybody benefit. Also me, I benefit a lot. Okay, when the speaker talk, I think the speaker is the one who benefit most. But I also hope that brothers and sisters get the message, okay, what we want to do with this smart kitchen. But of course, it's not necessarily like my kitchen, it can be other things, other businesses that we need to help the people. Okay. So with that, I end up. Can we see the video, Brother Ahmad? It's possible? So the video will give you a bit of illustration of how the whole mechanism works. Yeah. So you can see, of course, there's a lot more to improve with the my kitchen. Okay, especially in collecting the money and the management of the whole thing. But as I said, everything has to be at the start. The important thing is that the community around Gombak, okay, the community around the mosque, okay, must be aware, what is the rule that they have to do. Okay, once we know about this, then everything should be working fine. Okay, so okay, Brother Lokman, if you can play, then it's maybe we'll end up here. So thank you very much for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ah, it's coming. So, no sound. Ah, okay. This is a picture of the makcik, one of the makcik. Okay. This the my kitchen, our promo video. We have the sound there, Brother Lukman. Tadi boleh dengar. Okay, we just play like this. At least we can see how actually the activities involved, right? Cutting of the what? Alhamdulillah. You can see.
Yang tadi pada hari ini tulis kan campur dengan campur dengan hati dan ayam pedas ayam, kemudian timun dan ayam.
dapat membantu golongan-golongan asnaf seperti di kalangan masak ni pun adalah daripada asnaf rana daripada asnaf mereka. Jadi kata ni membantulah separuh daripada asnaf yang tak ada kerja. Jadi ada peluang pekerjaan.
All right. So with that note,
Okay.
Sorry, sir. You have anything else to?
No, it's okay. I just wish to thank everyone who's watching this video. I have a chance to know how many people attended. Maybe Brother Lukman can share. Is it only through video or how many? Okay.
We have about 13 live audience right now. But then
Alhamdulillah.
this video will be recorded and will be uploaded in the YouTube later, inshallah. And
Okay.
we will promote this video in the social media later.
Okay. Thank you very much. I thank everyone.
So, all right.
Thank for every.
We also thank Dr. Zuljasri for his insightful sharing session for today, and we thank everyone who attended this sharing session virtually. Inshallah, we will try to improve more in the future, and we apologize for the technical issues at the beginning of this session just now. So with that note, we would like to thank again everyone who attended, and especially Dr. Zuljasri for his time and his effort to share his on this project of M Kitchen, the collaboration of Masjid and also the university to engage with the community and Asnaf. Inshallah, with that note, we end our sharing session for today with Tasbih Kafara and Surah.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much. Hope we meet again some other times.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, salam.